College, a place for developing young minds. It's also a place you'll find police officers who resigned or retired to avoid discipline, now working as campus police officers. Officer Sean Collins retired from Stowe Police in 2021 to avoid discipline. Now he works at Dean College. Records reveal a pattern of disciplinary problems dating back to 2003, including coming to work late under the influence of alcohol in 2007 and an off-duty alcohol-fueled domestic incident with his wife in 2020. Hiring someone like that, would that be a red flag for you?
For me, it would be. So this appears to be an officer who's not getting the message.
Collins disputes he retired to avoid discipline, telling us, "I retired because I was of age, and I was basically sick of being harassed over there." Dean College tells us we are confident in our hiring practices and in the safeguards we have in place. Thomas Kumanelis resigned to avoid discipline from Provincetown Police in August 2020 and found another job as a Holy Cross police officer. He quit just days before a disciplinary hearing that could have resulted in his firing because of his social media posts. One reading, "If you're not rioting and looting, then you ain't Democrat." Here's another, "Riot police unsure if their tear gas worked since libs were already crying." Kumanelis did not respond to requests for comment. A Holy Cross spokesperson tells us the college conducts comprehensive background checks for all sworn officers as part of our hiring process.
Massachusetts was one of the last states in the entire country to form a post commission.
5 investigates in Northeastern University's School of Journalism analyzed data from the Post Commission, the Massachusetts Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission, which certifies officers. We found more than 50 cases where officers resigned or retired in lieu of discipline and found another job in law enforcement. At least a dozen officers who left a public force were hired by private police forces at colleges and universities, including Harvard, MIT, and Suffolk.
The level of transparency and accountability in a private police department is not anywhere near the level that we see in a municipal or a town or city police department.
Brian Gallagher resigned to avoid discipline from Cambridge Police. He ended up on Suffolk University's police force.
For under control.
Records reveal he allegedly showed up to work intoxicated and appeared to have slurred speech while transmitting over the radio.
Go ahead, 4.
86 Harvey, Mass Ave.
You just come back with the cross on Mass?
Harvey Street, Mass Ave.
Gallagher was found patrolling the city in the wrong sector in his personal vehicle instead of his cruiser.
Control, who are you talking to? Is it 4 hour out of sector?
Yeah, he just self-initiated in 86 from Mass Ave and Harvey Street.
Gallagher refused a breathalyzer test, but later admitted drinking 12 high noons at a golf tournament earlier in the day and at dinner with friends. He told investigators he has a problem and is seeking treatment.
If I was an appointing authority and an officer who had an incident involving alcohol for which he or she sought and received treatment, came to me seeking employment, I would consider that person.
Suffolk University tells us we take very seriously the importance of police officer conduct. After we started asking questions, the Post Commission issued a public reprimand of Gallagher, and the university transitioned him to a community service officer role, which does not have police powers.
There's legal exposure potentially if I hire the wrong person and that person continues to engage in misconduct.
Gallagher declined to comment and is now under restricted status by the Post Commission, which means he can't serve as a law enforcement officer without approval. It took multiple public records requests to police departments from the Northeastern students to get the details you've seen in the story. The Post Commission tells us it's planning to add more information about why officers have been disciplined on its website. Mike Bodette, 5 Investigate.